Northern Ireland athletes competing in this year's Commonwealth Games don't have to travel too far as they're set to get underway in Birmingham at the end of July. Among our local hopefuls is Oliver Gunning, who's hoping to make his debut on the world stage. The Ballyclare teenager has continually defied expectations and overcome boundaries to realise his dreams of competing in the para-triathlon. Emma Patterson went along to meet him.
As a child, he was told he would never be able to compete in sport. But Oliver Gunning isn't one to take no for an answer. At just 17 years of age, he's overcome the expectations of medical experts and is now ranked 35th in the para-triathlon world rankings.
A lot of visually impaired people like me, all their entire life they're just told, nah, sorry, you can't do that. You're not allowed to play team sports, you're not allowed to do contact sports, you can't play whatever. So it's very demoralising because me personally, I'm a very, very, very competitive person. Like no matter what it is, I'll race you to get a biscuit or something. It's triathlon's kind of given me a way to sort of let that out safely and not in a bad way, and just giving me somewhere to be myself really, yeah, and compete at the highest level possible.
Oliver was diagnosed with bilateral congenital glaucoma when he was 3, and he had 28 surgeries since then. We've been back and forward to London for those surgeries, and we're really grateful for all the intervention by the consultants. But he's always found it difficult to access sport and access sport at a competitive level, and triathlon has been the thing that has really clicked.
Oliver is virtually blind in his left eye with no peripheral vision in his right. So to navigate his way safely through the rigorous demands of a triathlon, he's tethered to a guide.
She's a wee bit cold. She's freezing. I'm not going to lie. My career, my background has been working with people who have barriers and challenges in their daily lives. So I just thought it would be a fantastic opportunity to give back. Triathlon is a hobby, it's been a real interest. And being able to support Oliver in his endeavours, yeah, for me that's something I'm really excited to be a part of.
You know, he's the one that was always kept out of the teams, wasn't allowed to play contact sport, wasn't chosen to be on a team, so that was always very difficult for him. But now all of a sudden it's a level playing field. He's competing with the best in the world and it's a fair sport. Everybody's got a guide and he's able to do his best and give his best.
And Oliver's best has seen him hold his own in a world-class field. Although he only began training for triathlon just before the pandemic, Oliver finished 12th in last year's European Championships in Valencia and became the youngest competitor in the World Championship final in Abu Dhabi. Continuing to juggle sport and school as he studies for his A-levels, Oliver's big dream for this year is securing a spot at the Commonwealth Games.
He was competing against athletes who have been doing it for 10 plus years. Some of them were twice his age. So, he really was. He did do well just to even be at that level.
Oliver's 17 years of age, he's got his full athletic career ahead of him. Where he ends up, I think the sky is the limit for him, and obviously we're working towards hopefully being at the Commonwealth Games this year. But beyond that, I certainly see Oliver competing at the Paralympics in 2024. His ambition should be high.
The Commonwealth Games for me it's a big step. It's quite ominous, and it's quite it seems like quite a challenge, but I hope we get there.
And if the Commonwealth dream is realised, attention will turn to Paris 2024 and the ambition of a place at the Paralympics. And if Oliver's track record is anything to go by, you wouldn't bet against him.
Can't stop the spirits when they need you. This life is more than just a read-through.
And wishing Oliver and all the local athletes the very best of luck. We'll still